Hello everybody, today we will be looking at how to install the Minimal GNU C compiler for Windows, or MinGW for short. This is a very small C compiler that we can use in the command line to compile C and C++ programs. So I created this installation guide on GitHub. The link will be in the description for the markdown file. All you gotta do is just click on the link here. It'll take you to the MinGW homepage. Then click the Downloads tab, then click Show in the package list for the installation manager, click Show. Then for whichever version, click Show again. Then it will give you an executable file here. Click on the MinGW getsetup.exe. That will take you to another page where it will download the installer for the installer. Then once it's downloaded, just run the executable. Take you to this page, click Install. You can keep the path as is, or you can change it. Just make sure that the path has sufficient permissions. And then the ticks don't really matter, but if you want to have quick access to this in the search bar, then it would be helpful just to keep them there. So click Continue, then it will install all the packages. Once it says all the items are processed, click Continue, and then it will open up the actual installation manager. This is where you can install packages. For us, we're going to look at the MinGW 32 GCC G++-bin, so click that, then click Mark for installation, and then if you want to add the debugger, go into All Packages, and go to, or scroll down until you find MinGW GDB, and for me, I'm just going to click on the MinGW 32 GDB-bin, so this is in the package list again. So just click on that, click Mark for installation. Once again, this is just the debugger. And then go to the toolbar, click on installation, click apply changes, then click apply again in the dialog, and it will install all the packages. Once it says all the changes were applied successfully, you can close the dialog. And now we have to set up our environment variables. So go to the folder where you installed it. So just make sure that you keep track of that. For me, the default was just C/MinGW. And I'm going to go into bin. Just make sure that all the actual executables are here. So you should see a GCC, G++, and a GDB since we installed the debugger. So just click in the path bar and then copy that. Now go into the search bar and search for environment variables. This will take you to system properties, then click on environment variables again. Then go into the system variables section, click on path, then click edit, then click a new, since we want to add this to the path, then paste in the path, so it should read C/MinGW/bin. That bin is necessary, so it points to the executables. Once again, if you installed it elsewhere, just replace the path with whatever that is. Then click OK, and another OK. Now to test this out, we can go into the command line. So just type in CMD in the search bar. I'm going to zoom in. Can I zoom in? Oh my god, I can. And we're going to test out the version. So GCC -- version, and it says 9.2.0, which matches what we have in the installer, or in the installation manager right here. Alright, now we're actually going to go ahead and test out the compiler and the debugger. So I have this this source file here, main.c, and I'm just going to create a hello world program. So include stdio.h into main, printf hello world, then return 0. Now to actually go ahead and run this, what we have to say is make sure that you're in the directory and type in gcc main.c, and it will generate an executable file, and you can just run this by saying A, and we'll print out hello world. Now let's try debugging it. Now to debug it, we have to say gcc and then use the switch -g, then put in the main.c file, and this will compile it for debugging. So to actually set the debugger up, just type in gdb and then the name of the executable, so a.exe. Now let's try setting up a breakpoint. So break 5, and this will create a breakpoint in main.c at line 5, so the print statement. So if we run this just by saying run, it will then have our breakpoint 1, and you has not printed anything out yet. If I press N for next, then it will print out the world, then go to the next line. I can press C and it will continue and exit the program. Now, what else can you do in the debugger? You can actually run a few C commands or C++ commands. One example is just by saying print, and I'll say size of double, and then we'll print out the value 8. So this debugger and the actual compiler itself are very simple tools, and if you use them efficiently, you can actually have a nice little portable or lightweight workspace without having to open up an IDE every time you want to work on some C code. So yeah, that's the GNU or MinGW installation. Hope you guys found it useful, and yeah, I'll see you next time.